Okay, so in this video, I just want to show you what happens when you try to end a meeting when you are a host. Okay, to try to end a meeting when you're a host, you have options where it will say leave meeting or end meeting from all. And that can even happen if you're within a breakout room. So I'm going to join the breakout room where everybody else is. And then from inside a breakout room, you can still have those options, except this time, when you click on leave room, right, you have the option to end meeting from all, leave the meeting, or leave the breakout room. Now, sometimes when there's a second co-host in the meeting, when you try to say leave meeting, it will give you the option to assign a new co-host, right? And I already have a co-host there, so I don't even need to do that. I just pick that person and I can leave. And then the meeting doesn't end. It's still there for the other host to stay with the student, right? So you don't have to terminate the meeting if you don't want to. If you click end meeting for all, it will end the meeting for all hosts and students. So if you're in a meeting with have multiple co-teachers, make sure that you're last one in the meeting before you exit, so that you don't accidentally end the meeting for everybody else. Now, if you just try to close out of Zoom altogether, you're still going to get the same options, right? So you can't really do it unless the computer just breaks and closes on you. In which case, well, there's two things you can do. If you have your settings set up, so you're on the main Zoom website settings, so that when the meeting closes, everybody gets bumped into a breakout room if all the hosts leave, which is what I do, so that the kids are not there by themselves. That's what's going to happen. So if you leave by accident and there's no host left, everybody gets put in a waiting room. And then if you return to the meeting, you can bring them all back. If, on the other hand, you do not have that setting, when you leave, some random person gets assigned as the host, and I think maybe sometimes the first person that came in or something like that, yeah, gets priority. But you don't want that to happen, so I recommend going to settings on your main Zoom settings and change it so that when you leave, there's a setting that says that when you leave, everybody gets put into a breakout room. If that happens, if of course if there's another host, that's not going to be a problem because the host will take over, and so the meeting doesn't get closed in that case. So those are some end the meeting options that I left out of my previous video. I hope you find this helpful.